shift that any politician or any warlord could ever bring about. And can I tell you something, man? I chased just about every leader you could imagine. Man, I went through every fad. I was about black power for a while, and I was about communism, socialism for a while. I was about Islam for a while, and Buddhism for a while, and Taoism for a while, Transcendentalism for a while, and I ran after all of this stuff. All these teachings, all these philosophies, man. I ran after all of these concepts that intellectual men were able to write in books, and it wasn't until I met the person, Jesus, God in the flesh, that my life ever really changed.
Come on.
Listen, I want to set something straight.
Preach.
I'm not a Christian because my pastor told me to be. I'm not a Christian because my parents made me pray when I was a kid, or because one day I picked up a Bible and thought it was a cool story. I'm a Christian because I know, and I will go to my grave preaching that Jesus Christ is alive, and He is powerful enough to save lives today. And listen, it's not a concept. It's not some sort of religious theory. He's alive. He's a person, and He promised, if you seek me, you will find me. Amen. So listen, I just want to set something straight. If you come in here for today and you say, man, that's cool that guy's a Christian, that's good for him, but maybe not for me, then I want to set something straight once and for all. If you have not found Jesus, it's because you haven't sought Him. Listen, no, don't. It would be like if a starving person never went to a restaurant and they were outside complaining, and I had free food inside for them, and I was like, man, I'll give you whatever you want, anything you want. I can satisfy your hunger, and they're standing outside complaining that they don't have any food. Starving to death on the sidewalk right outside the food kitchen. So there's no excuse. He promised, if you seek Him, you will find Him. Every single one of the guys on this stage is living proof of that fact. There are guys up here whose parents are addicts, whose parents are atheists. There are guys up on this stage that themselves were drug addicts or even drug dealers. There were guys up on this stage that were sexually abused, man. We were broken in every possible way. And it wasn't because we read some book that we got put back together again. It's because we met the author of life itself. His name is Jesus. So I want you to understand that this is not some trend I'm trying to get you to buy into. This is not my band's gimmick. This is what we've committed our lives to. And the good news that I have for you is, even though your sin has separated you from God, even though you've been standing outside on that sidewalk just outside a food kitchen, complaining about starving to death, Jesus made a way by His blood. That man that you see hanging on the cross, He did that for you. And when He hung on that cross, He made a way for you to enter in to the fullness of joy, to the fullness of your destiny and your potential, to the fullness of the purpose and the plan that the God that made you has for your life. It's without Jesus, none of it would be possible. I'd have no good news for you. Without Jesus, we'd all be destined for hell. But because of what He did on that cross, tonight I stand here to invite you to come and find Him. To invite you into the presence of the living God, who is merciful, who is rich in mercy, whose faithful love endures forever. For anybody that's sick and tired of their sin, that's sick and tired of being separated from the source of joy and peace, Jesus made a way on the cross for you. This is your invitation, and this is your open door. Come and find Him. Amen.